member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information heard on the preceding program.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
14 years in prison for killing a young woman. A 15-year sentence for a crash that caused 3 deaths. 12 and a half years for killing a child and critically injuring her mother. All true stories, all caused by marijuana-impaired drivers. No matter what you tell yourself, if you feel different, you drive different. So, if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keyes. President Trump says he'll impose a new 10% tariff on Denmark and 7 other European nations that have gone to Greenland on February 1st. It's part of his push to take control of Greenland. Republican North Carolina Senator Tom Tillis says this is bad for America and bad for America's allies. CBS's Ramo Iniescentio explains.
Operation Arctic Endurance now underway. Danish troops, joined by France, Germany, Finland, Sweden, the UK, and the Netherlands, to patrol Greenland's Arctic lands, waters, skies, and space above.
That 322-foot-tall NASA moon rocket is continuing its crawl toward the launch pad. CBS's Peter King.
I'm Peter King at the Kennedy Space Center. The Artemis II crew has been training for 2 years. And while you'd think the excitement level would be off the charts, pilot Victor Glover says he's just trying to stay focused.
Excitement, for example, is something I get asked about a lot, and I don't let that out often. I think it can become a distraction.
As for focusing on the moon itself,
my dad asked me when we got a sign, do I see it differently? And I didn't right away, but I definitely do now.
A series of launch pad tests will determine whether or not Artemis II flies to the moon early next month or waits.
A new review of studies finds no link between Tylenol and autism. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
Tylenol or acetaminophen is safe to take during pregnancy, and you should not let a fever or an infection go untreated during pregnancy. Take that Tylenol. If you have an untreated infection or a fever during pregnancy, that itself can increase the risk for having a child with autism.
Airlines are pleased about the increased use of weight loss drugs.
Jefferies Research Services says as passengers get lighter, airlines can save on fuel. Its analysis found if drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy lead to a 10% slimmer society, total airline passenger weight would decline by 2%, saving airlines 1.5% in fuel costs. That translates to $580 million in fuel savings a year for the top 4 U.S. carriers: American, Delta, Southwest, and United. Airlines have long tried to reduce weight, going so far as to serve pitless olives. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Another huge NFL playoff weekend. Adam Shine at CBS Sports is all about Buffalo and the Broncos at 4 p. Eastern.
Take a Buffalo. I'm taking Josh Allen.
It's Josh
Allen to me. He's Superman, Paul Bunyan, John Elway, all rolled into one. I think he's an unbelievable player. I voted him last year for NFL MVP. He won MVP. Look, I think at this stage, he's not going to be denied. I'm picking Buffalo to win this game, next game, the Super Bowl.
The 49ers and Seahawks play tonight.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Guys, if you want the greatest night of your life, I mean your best night ever, then you gotta hear this. There's a new ED pill out, and it's from the makers of Viagra. It's their first new ED pill in over 20 years. This new super pill is called Viagra AGV, and it's unbelievable. It works super fast, in only 11 minutes, and lasts up to 14 hours, thanks to its new vasodynamic delivery system. Plus, it's FDA approved and safe. There has never been any ED pill like it. It's unreal what it does to you. In testing, Viagra AGV crushed every other ED pill. It destroyed them all. And now, 9 out of 10 urologists are recommending Viagra AGV over any other ED pill. Every man alive needs to try this new Viagra AGV super pill at least once. Then you'll know why men are going crazy over it. So if you want to have the most incredible night of your life, you can't miss this. Go to scoreblue.com and try it while supplies last. That's scoreblue.com.
Move over, Kelly Clarkson. A cartoon is walking your walk.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Britain's animated Little Piggy has released a cover of Kelly Clarkson's song.
Whatever happens makes it stronger.
Her creators describe Peppa's new track as a joyful, preschool-friendly reimagining of the 2011 tune that can help little ones build their confidence by singing along. Previous Peppa-fied tracks include a cover of Katy Perry's tune, Roar.
I got the eye of the tiger.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The robots are in Texas this weekend for the Robot Rodeo in Irving. 92 high school robotics teams from 10 states are competing, and they are battling for 3 spots in the World Championships. And we're not talking about that friendly robot from Lost in Space. Allison Keys, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon with a couple of snow showers, little accumulation, the high 37. Tonight, cloudy, a bit of snow or flurries later on, though 20. For tomorrow, clouds and some sun, brisk and colder, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey. Well, hello. Michael Bartley with you on a Saturday, 2 to 5. It's always fun. We open the phone lines. We do open forum. And, oh boy, we have a lot to talk about today again. Yes, we do. I hope you're having a great Saturday. It's chilly as all get out. And then Monday and Tuesday, wow. The feels like temperature is going to be way below zero, I guess. So bundle up, stay safe. Stay safe. The Martin Luther King Day is, the kids have off Monday, I think. Yeah. Martin Luther King Day is Monday. So, I'm going to watch football all weekend. And the NFL, God love them, they honor the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. by displaying Choose Love in the end zones and on helmet decals for all divisional round playoff games this weekend. And Choose Love and It Takes All of Us will appear on opposite end zones at the Super Bowl. The VP of Social Responsibility for the NFL said about this Choose Love, Dr. King's message continues to guide how we show up in meaningful moments across the league. Choose Love has become an important and widely embraced message for our teams because it reflects the values Dr. King championed: dignity, empathy, and a commitment to our shared humanity. So, way to go, NFL. Way to go. I love it. And I hope you have meaningful plans to honor the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King on Monday. So, we have a lot to talk about, and I want to get to some of the new polling Yes, I do. Minnesota continues. They're protesting there today. Seems peaceful so far. No major incidents. I don't know if I'll get to it right now, but there's some new polling on Minnesota. Scientific polling, empirical data. It's fascinating. A separate poll, scientific poll, given the fact that next week will be 1 year since President Trump was inaugurated. And there's some very fascinating results in that poll, judging his first year in office. Yeah. And I'll let you know who, whether or not you will be happy about it or not, I don't know. So those are two separate polls, one about the shooting and what's going on in Minneapolis, and the second poll about President Trump's first year. Speaking of Minneapolis, a federal judge, since an incident Wednesday night, which was a terrible thing for a local family heading home from a basketball game, since that happened, a federal judge has ordered federal law enforcement participating in the Minneapolis, Minnesota immigration crackdown to stop pepper spraying, detaining, and pulling over peaceful protesters. The preliminary injunction by Judge Catherine Menendez applies to federal agents and others participating in Operation Metro Surge, which is the controversial immigration crackdown launched by the Trump administration as part of their broader deportation plan. It'll remain in effect until the mission concludes or conditions are such that it is no longer needed. The ruling orders federal law enforcement to stop taking action against peaceful protesters, including those demonstrating against federal agents and officers. And again, this ruling comes after the family driving home from a basketball game became terrified and injured, and their infant baby stopped breathing because of what happened. Here's the latest report from CBS News on that.
New video shows what happened when an innocent family got caught in Wednesday's North Minneapolis protest. That is Destiny Jackson trying to carry her baby boy to safety after a cloud of tear gas enveloped her SUV. In this since-deleted tweet, the Department of Homeland Security appeared to blame the family for endangering their 6 children before later faulting rioters instead. Today, the Jackson family told Rich Chapman they're just grateful for all the community support.
I was like, it was horrible. Last night's sleep was horrible.
Destiny Jackson says her entire family is having a hard time sleeping.
They pushed 2 of their twin-sized beds together and all slept together.
She says they huddled together for support after experiencing the unthinkable. Video from Wednesday night shows the family's SUV's airbags deployed after a tear gas container was rolled underneath them.
There's kids in the car.
The vehicle engulfed in smoke as the kids tried to escape. Neighbors can be seen helping the little ones to safety inside a nearby house.
I'm very appreciative of everything that you guys did for us and forever and that.
Yeah, they family now. We locked in. I'll definitely call them arrows.
Sean Jackson says help for his child was delayed because ICE agents would not let Minneapolis fire crews and EMS into the scene.
The operator, they told me to let you guys know for you guys to call an ambulance. I told them it's an unconscious baby and all. They still stood there.
The couple says it was Minneapolis police officers who ran to their aid.
And they came rushing in to help me with the baby, and I was very appreciative of that. If they did take him from me and give him to the fire department to make sure they was okay, and they also helped guide us out the house to to be able to get into the ambulance.
Once at the hospital, the process of decontamination began.
Yes, it was very uncomfortable. I mean, like, we were stripped out of all of our clothes into our birthday suit in front of strangers, and they were washing our bodies.
Back home now, they want the community to know how things can change in an instant when ICE agents are around.
And we just want you guys to know that this can happen to anybody, you know, so just stay safe.
Stay safe. Easier said than done in Minneapolis. There's a protest underway right now near City Hall in downtown, and seems to be. Let me give you the headlines here. So I told you about the federal judge. The Trump Justice Department, and this is why when you hear about this polling, why people are so mad at the Trump administration right now. They do this heavy-handed stuff. I don't understand it. I don't know. Guess who they're investigating now? Guess who Justice is investigating now? They're investigating the Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and the Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey over alleged conspiracy to impede federal immigration agents. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, House Democrats convened in St. Paul yesterday and talked about defunding ICE. I don't think that's going to happen. Nope. That's the Whipple building in where the federal agents are headquartered. That's where the protests are underway right now. And then there's another protest, I guess, at Minneapolis City Hall. The Minneapolis police were on the scene to clear protesters out of the road and steer them back to the permitted area. I played that CBS story because, do you understand, this thing today seemed to be a bit calmer, I think. Let's hope it is that way. But, the tear gas, what do they call it, a tear gas grenade, went under that. They're on their way home from a basketball game. They have to rush their infant, stop breathing. And they allege that they said to the ICE agents, please call 911, and they wouldn't do it. So a neighbor came out and brought them into their house. And the Minneapolis police and fire department came, rushed them to the hospital. The baby's okay. They were stripped out of their clothes and washed down, reeking of tear gas and everything else. Was it on purpose? Likely not. Of course not. I wouldn't think so. But this is what happens in this chaos and bedlam, in my view. This is why this is a disaster. This is why I've been saying all week we need some leadership here. This is why people are mad, very mad. And wait till you hear how many people watched that shooting death of that mother of three by the ICE agent. I'll take a break now, and then I'm going to give you some polling coming up for you to consider. And then I'll open the phone lines at 2:30, as we always do. 866-391-1020. You might be surprised by some of this polling. It's pretty fascinating. But it's the best up-to-date polling on Minneapolis and on the first year of the second term of Donald J. Trump. Michael Bartley, I'll be right back.
Your source for everything that's news. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for 26 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050. 50-50.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of adults, both men and women, suffer from varicose or spider veins. And this is not just a cosmetic problem. If left untreated, varicose veins can lead to severe swelling, cramping, heavy bleeding, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, permanent paralysis, and worst case, blood clots, which can be life-threatening. But here's the good news. USA Vein Clinics offer plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up the problem. And the procedure is fast and simple. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-452-0246. That's 800-452-0246. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your varicose vein problems will not go away on their own. Call USA Vein Clinics today for free information on fast and easy solutions covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call 800-452-0246. That's 800-452-0246. Call 800-452-0246 today.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
The Washington County Home Show, presented by Pool City and Valley Pool and Spa, returns to the Washington Fairgrounds January 23rd through 25th. Speak with home improvement experts, explore the gem show, and browse the hot tub and sauna sale. Admission and parking are free.
What is it that makes the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid an incredible SUV? Is it the spacious interior that's comfy for the whole crew? Or the capability to go off-road? Maybe it's up to 600-plus miles of range. What if it's all of that and more? What is it then? The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. So much more than just another SUV. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use this directed.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Well, hello. All right, welcome back. Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA. Okay, here we go. I promised I'd get these this polling to you. All right. Now, this is empirical data, and this is how things are taking the temperature of the electorate. Okay. So let's do Minnesota first. So. I've been saying that the reason there's anxiety over this Minnesota thing is that 80% of Americans have seen the videos of the ICE officer and the shooting death of Good. And the mother of three who was shot and killed by the ICE officer. And that people have great angst about this whole thing. So, okay. The Quinnipiac University poll found that 53% of registered voters say the shooting of Good was not justified. 35% say it was justified. 12% say no opinion. Now, the White House has got to be very concerned about these results. That's registered voters, I told you. 53% say it's not justified. Okay? What percentage of Republicans say it was justified? Not justified, 10%. So 90% believe it was justified. Percentage of Democrats who believe it's not justified, 92%, not justified. This would be the concerning polling number for the Trump administration and for Republicans overall. 60% believe it was not justified. That's independents. 60% of independents say the good shooting was not justified by the ICE officer. All right? Now, this coming week would mark a year since Donald Trump was sworn in. Okay? So, of course, we're going to, this is the first of many polls. This is the CNN poll. A clear majority of Americans believe Donald Trump is focused on the wrong priorities and doing little to address the cost of living. Okay? 58% call the first year of Trump's term a failure. There's not a lot of good news in this poll for Trump or the Republican Party. And here are the numbers. Economic conditions, views of economic conditions have remained pretty much stable and largely negative for the past 2 years. Okay? 3 in 10 rating the economy positively. That's a clear minority. What's changed in the latest poll is the increased pessimism about the future. Just 4 in 10 people expect the economy to be good a year from now. That's down from 56% just before Trump was sworn in. 55% majority say that Trump's policies have worsened economic conditions in the country, with just 32% saying they've made an improvement. 64% of registered voters say Donald Trump has not gone far enough in trying to reduce the price of everyday goods. Even within the GOP, about half of the Republicans say that he should be doing more, including 42% among Republicans and Republican leaners who describe themselves as members of the MAGA movement. Much of the public doubts that Trump is prioritizing their interests. 36% now say he has had the right priorities, down from 45% near the beginning of his term. Only 1/3 of Americans now say they believe that Trump cares about people like them. That's down from 40% last March. Only 37% say that Trump puts the good of the country above his personal gain. And 32% say that he's in touch with the problems ordinary Americans face. 32%. And that 32% is sort of a hard percent, I think, in most of these polls. And I think that's pretty much the MAGA crowd, give or take, okay? Trump's overall job approval rating now stands at 39%. Boy, that's low. He is a really unpopular president right now. Can that change? Yes, I guess. Public opinion on nearly every aspect of his presidency stagnating into the negative. His ratings, which held about 48% last February, declined within the first 100 days of his second term. So it means people aren't liking what he's doing, and have since remained in the low 40s or high 30s, and they have not moved from there. In many ways, some ways, I guess, Donald Trump now faces a political situation not dissimilar from his predecessor, former President Joe Biden, who also struggled to convince Americans he was tackling economic concerns. Remember that speech Trump did a couple weeks ago, and he was screaming and hyperventilating and all that stuff? And I don't have any evidence, but I think that made it worse. I do. I really do. Trump's approval rating among independents. This is very critical politically for the midterms. And I think Republicans, those in office, especially on the Hill, are probably really worried right now about this. Can it change? Yeah, of course it can. Of course it can. But this is what we have. This is the dashboard we have now. All right. Independents, which make or break elections, general elections. Trump's approval rating among independents now stands at 29%. Wow. Only 30% of Latinos and adults younger than 35 now approve. That's down from 41% among both typically more Democratic groups near the start of his term. Pretty fascinating stuff as far as I'm concerned. Now, of course, the MAGA folks will dismiss it as fake news and all that, and we know how that goes. But look, that's what it is. And the more establishment, fair-minded Republican will be very concerned about those numbers. This guy's really unpopular right now, and the Minnesota thing is not helping. All right, I'm going to take my break. 866-391-1020. Phones will be open right after news.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Burgh with 6 Pittsburgh locations: Beachview, East End, Carnegie, Robinson, Southside, and Wexford. Always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. New York style, yins are made. Sliceonbroadway.com. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
The Pittsburgh Symphony presents Rogers and Hammerstein's South Pacific in Concert. Presented in collaboration with the Pittsburgh CLO and Carnegie Mellon University School of Drama. January 30th through February 1st. Part of PNC Pops. PittsburghSymphony.org.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. CBS News has learned that there was no warning through official channels to U.S. allies or NATO partners over President Trump's threats of terrorists over Greenland. CBS's Remy Inocencio.
Danish troops, joined by France, Germany, Finland, Sweden, the UK, and the Netherlands, to patrol Greenland's Arctic lands, waters, skies, and space above.
The hours-long journey to the launch pad for NASA's moon rocket is only part of the timing for the mission. Once it gets there, a lot more work is required for the flyby. CBS's Peter King explains.
A series of launch pad tests will determine whether or not Artemis 2 flies to the moon early next month or waits.
When the Broncos take on Buffalo in a few hours, Adam Shine at CBS Sports is going with Josh Allen.
He's Superman, Paul Bunyan, John Elway, all rolled into one.
The Seahawks battle the 46ers tonight, and tomorrow it's Houston v. New England and the Chicago Bears against the LA Rams. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you.
Why deal with crowded hotels and packed pools when you can have the whole place to yourself? At SWAC Vacation Rentals, some homes come with private lazy rivers, indoor pools, massive game rooms, and outdoor kitchens built for the whole crew. These aren't hotel rooms, they're private vacation playgrounds, managed by us, cared for by us, and ready when you arrive. And when you book direct, you keep more of your vacation budget where it belongs, with you. Find your unforgettable stay at SWAC. SWACVacations.com. That's SWACVacations.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Costos, and watching sports isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And my show is not a job, it's a passion. From the NFL playoffs to the NBA and everything in between, celebrate sports with me every day on You Better You Bet from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Download the Odyssey app now and listen to Westwood One Sports from anywhere. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos, live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern, presented by BetMGM.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
The KDKA AccuWeather Forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon with a couple of snow showers, but little accumulation, the high 37. Tonight will be cloudy, a bit of snow or flurries later on, though 20. Clouds break for some sun tomorrow, but colder, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Unapologetic in his talk, it's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
See, you know, the problem, too, is when protests go on for so long, the extremist groups get involved. You understand? And they make things worse. Extremist groups from both sides, you know? And, you know, the right always like, oh, Antifa, I don't even know what Antifa is. And then the left, oh, the Proud Boys, but then those groups kind of get involved because it goes on for so long, and both sides are crazy. And you know, so this is the Star Tribune reports right now. Groups from competing protests confronted each other in downtown Minneapolis today, and the police had to separate them. Again, there were shoving matches and tug-of-wars over banners that broke out. Dozens of people surrounded by media along the snow-swept streets near City Hall. Minneapolis police, Hennepin County Sheriff's deputies scrambled in the chaotic scene to intervene and calm things down. One protest, the March Against Minnesota Fraud, was led by conservative influencer Jake Lang, who vowed to burn the Koran during a rally outside Minneapolis. Burn the Koran. A second protest organized by People's Action Coalition Against Trump drew overwhelmingly more people than the fewer than a dozen seen joining Lang. Bob Jacobson, the commissioner for the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, called for peaceful protests, adding that anyone who breaks the law would be arrested. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. That's the latest. But the wacko extremist groups are now clashing with each other, and that causes a lot of trouble. And there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a lot of friends who are in news in Minneapolis. That's a great market. It's a great city. Wonderful, beautiful city. Wonderful. And they tell me that it's insane. I got a text this morning. It's just crazy stuff. Crazy. But Bob, a guy named Bob, he taught at in West Virginia, and he's a huge KDKA radio listener. He called me the other night. Maybe we'll give him a call today, see what's going on. But he said, and he lives 3 miles from that area. Minneapolis is so nice, great neighborhoods. But and wonderful. They call it Minnesota nice, just really nice people. But he said that people who go to work downtown, who just want to live their lives, and he's retired there. He called into my show Thursday night. He said that there's great anxiety with folks, wondering if they're going to get caught up in this and get hurt like that family that was just coming back from a basketball game. Isn't that terrible? God almighty. Okay, I'm going to start taking these phone calls. I see several of you on here. Going in order. Nancy and Sewickley. Nancy, welcome back. I think you've called me before.
Yes, I have, Michael.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi. Hey, I think sometimes we forget to hold our elected officials in Pennsylvania accountable for their actions. Let me give you a couple examples. This has to do with Dave McCormick. I was watching one of the cable networks, and they had his chief of staff on there, okay? And he was showing no sympathy whatsoever for the woman who got killed in Minnesota. He was all supportive of what ICE was doing in Minnesota. Now, my question, too, is why isn't ICE in Miami? Why are they in Minnesota? Why aren't they in cities like Miami?
Why aren't they?
Dallas,
Why aren't they in Houston? Which is why isn't
right.
Why doesn't Trump send the National Guard to Houston, run by a Republican mayor that has per capita probably the highest crime rate in America, and probably more undocumented immigrants than any other city in America? Why aren't they there?
Also,
because it's a Republican mayor. Is that why?
Right, exactly. Another example, okay, I was watching today this morning, they were showing in Denmark as far as there was Murkowski, and they were talking about what was going on in Greenland, and they were saying that they think this is a bunch of nonsense in a way. They didn't
It's Republicans that are pushing back like crazy against Trump on this, on Greenland.
Yes, but again, why isn't McCormick speaking out about this?
I
Why
think
is he being silent?
I think he was. He did yesterday with Fetterman on the CBS Evening News. He said, geez, I'm if I say it, I'll probably get it wrong. I didn't watch it closely enough, but I think he and Fetterman sort of agreed. I think that it's not the best idea to take it over by force. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, they need to be speaking out. He needs to be speaking out more about these things that Trump is doing that is just causing all kind of chaos. I haven't heard him speak out against Venezuela. I haven't heard him speak out against what they did with the ACA. I mean, he just seems to me, unless I'm missing something, that all he is a rubber stamp for Donald Trump.
I don't know if that's, and with all due respect to you, I'm not sure that's entirely true. I think Dave McCormick and John Fetterman said pretty much that we should play a bigger role in Greenland, but we shouldn't invade it. And that was, they were guests on the CBS Evening News last, but we should not invade. And Dave McCormick was very clear about that. And I'm not, I'm not. McCormick doesn't bother me. I don't know. I know people get bent out of shape on him, and John Fetterman doesn't bother me. And the progressives are attacking him like crazy today, and it's really making me mad. But you have to go on McCormick's website too. I think I really do think you need to, Nancy.
But also Fetterman and McCormick also voted for Pam Bondi. And she's a total disaster.
Well, and Fetterman's getting some major headaches for some of his votes relating to the Trump people.
Yeah. Well, all I want to say is, like I said, I wish our representatives in this area would speak out more about what the president is doing rather than kind of being silent.
Well, I got news for you, Nancy. The numbers, that polling I just read for you guys, I'll tell you what. If I was an incumbent Republican, I would be speaking out more. I really would be. Dave McCormick's not up for a while, but I would if I had an election, I was protecting my House seat in the midterms. I tell you, I would speak up more because the first year of Donald Trump, according to what the polling says, and it just came out. Is people, clear majority of Americans think he's an extremist president, surrounded by extremist people. And, the Heritage Foundation and their Project 2025 is not working for people. People are very upset. And, Trump is a very unpopular president right now. And, the MAGA people, the MAGA snowflakes cry and stomp. Oh, you're such a liberal idiot, yada, yada, yada. But, I spew facts. I'm spewing facts on the polling. And if they have an alternative poll showing Donald Trump as popular, read it to me. But in the meantime, just go and cry and stomp somewhere else. I really don't care.
Well, I'll take your advice, and I will look at McCormick's
do it.
website, and I will see where his positions are. And
I have friends who work for him, and he doesn't. And not that it's about me, but yeah, look, and he, and I'll tell you one thing about Dave McCormick too is, unlike other politicians representing Pennsylvania. If you call Dave McCormick, if I called him right now on his cell phone and said, "Dave, it's Michael Bartley, can you come on?" He'd be on this line in 5 minutes, and I respect him for that. He does not shy away from the media. He does not. He does not. Okay. So look at his website, Nancy, and you'll see some opinions on that. You will.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to talk to you. You have a good day too. Have a great weekend. Yeah. Yeah, hey, I'm just delivering the poll numbers to you. That's all I'm doing. Huh? You can defend and pretend all you want. Whatever you want. I don't know. All right, 866-391-1020. Several of you are on hold, and I'm going to get to those calls continually from here on in. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio, KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of?
Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-932-5858. That's 800-932-5858. 800-932-5858.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And sharp vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
This is one full year since United States Senator Dave McCormick took office, and he joins us.
As a CEO, you have to report back to your shareholders. What did you promise? How did you do? What went well? What didn't go so well? And what can we expect going forward? And I thought that would be a good way to try to report.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, I laid it all out for you. The only thing I didn't lay out was an update on Fetterman today. A progressive group launching, targeting John Fetterman. I'll get to that later. In the meantime, we're talking polling and we're talking Minnesota, and I'm gonna continue with the phone calls. Here we go. Okay, going in order. Cynthia in Florida, you are next. Cynthia.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Michael.
Hi.
You talk.
I'm always happy on Saturday. I love it.
I'm happy today too. I mean, we have some serious issues that I won't get into today, but I'm watching the status quo pro-ICE rally in Minnesota.
Is that the one I mentioned? The pro-ICE. That's that guy Lang. Is that his name?
Jake Lang.
Yeah.
Jake Lang. Let me tell you who Jake Lang.
That's
Jake
called
Lang
the
is.
That's called the March Against Minnesota Fraud, and they're vowing to burn a Quran.
Well, I just saw it. This clown tried to burn a Quran in the winter with a piece of bacon in it. It failed. It's cold.
Do you know how cold Minneapolis is? I lived in Milwaukee. I know how cold it is up there.
Let me tell you something. I didn't want anybody to turn out for this pro-ICE clown rally. Some counter protesters did. But here we got these knuckleheads in the streets wearing Temu camo. Some of them are wearing Skechers in the winter.
Wow.
I'm sick of these stupid folks. But again, so hardly any of these Proud Boy pro-ICE people showed up. And then there were some counter protesters there. And I'm watching this on Status Quo channel on YouTube.
It's maybe the freezing weather there now is probably a good thing, chasing people away.
Well, again, I didn't want, but then you have the people who are coming out and trying to protect their communities. And I heard this horrible thing. There was an elderly woman who stayed awake at night, and she's screaming. This is like something out of a Twilight Zone episode. She's screaming, "They're here! Lock your doors! Protect yourselves!" This is what's happening in this country because Trump wants a civil war. He wants to enact the Insurrection Act. But let me tell you about that coward and the cowards who support him. You know, when they went into Chicago, they didn't go into the hood because the people in the hood said, "You come here, you won't leave alive." So they're attacking people in Minnesota who are trying to live their lives. A bunch of cowards, man. But this has failed. And as to the family who was their 6-month-old child couldn't breathe, they actually, and the guy told them, "We're just trying to get out of here. We're not a part of this." They flash banged their automobile. The wife said it actually lifted off of the ground. The airbags deployed. And thank the Lord, and I told you before, the ICE enforcement are not the police. The police helped them, just like they helped the people who were shot in Portland who were from Venezuela. The police helped them. I have issues with some of the police, issues, but ultimately, that's who you're going to call for help, not ICE. Never ICE. And I live in Sarasota. There was even an anti-ICE rally here. We don't have the issues that everybody else has, but people oppose this unconstitutional targeting of people who are brown and who are immigrants. Many of them are U.S. citizens who were arrested.
There were several. There was a guy that worked in what do you call that? A convenience store, and they wrestled him to the ground until he showed the ID. And did you see that part? And people in Minneapolis were so mad about that. And then the lady that was going to get a brain scan because she's got some.
She says, "I'm disabled." They dragged her out.
And they dragged her out, and oh man, this was bad. See, that's why Minneapolis people are mad.
No, it's not just Minneapolis people.
No, I mean, listen, hey. The number of people that saw the videos on this Renee Good business, people, and 50. What did I say? 58% believe that shooting was not justified. Yeah. This story, I said a week and a half ago, this story is a tipping point story, and that shows it. That shows it. People have invested, and they're upset. They want it to go away, and I think their kids are watching it, and they're like, "Mommy, Daddy, what is this?"
And let me tell you something else. Some of the people who were unlawfully arrested, American citizens, also had legal carry permits. These ICE thugs are taking their weapons. Let me tell you, you're watching this happen to legal brown people. They will take your weapons too. I don't like guns, Michael, but I am armed. And about a month ago, I thought about selling my Mossberg. I'm not doing it now.
I don't blame you. I'm not a big gun person, but I've shot guns. I'm okay with guns. I'm not, I'm all right. Listen, Cynthia, I got to run here. All right.
Michael, the majority of people are with us.
I just told you. Look at the polling.
Yep.
Look at the polling.
Yep.
Wow.
Thanks.
All right, Cynthia, thanks so much. Have a good weekend. I'll be back, and we'll get back to the phones, okay? Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio, KDKA.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you.
Planning for retirement isn't easy. If you don't know where to start, join Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors every Saturday at 1 for the Net Worth Financial Hour. Beth shares helpful tips and strategies that just might change the course of your retirement. Listen every Saturday at 1 to the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors. Net Worth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keys. Strong criticism rolling in from U.S. lawmakers to the U.K. and France over President Trump's threat of new 10% tariffs on Denmark and 7 other nations who have gone into Greenland. Trump wants to buy it and says the tariffs would take effect February 1st. CBS's Raby Inocencio.
The first meeting of a high-level working group is expected to happen in the next few weeks. This is U.S., Denmark, and Greenland. Congress has started bipartisan bills to try and block the funding if President Trump tried to annex or invade Greenland, but he does have the power of the veto.
Chilly weather is headed for much of the nation. CBS News meteorologist Andrew Kozak.
Snow squalls moving through parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania. These are not long snowstorms, but they are dangerous. Visibility can drop fast, winds kick up, and the roads can go slick in just a matter of seconds. Now, if you suddenly hit one while driving, slow down, turn your headlights and hazards on, and avoid slamming the brakes. Conditions can change faster than you can react. Now, behind that front, colder air is pouring in. Temperatures this weekend and into early next week are running well below average across much of central and eastern parts of the U.S., where some spots in the plains and the upper Midwest are struggling to get out of the teens with wind chills dropping below 0 at times.
There's joy as NASA's giant New Moon rocket heads for the launch site. The agency's John Honeycutt.
Really doesn't get much better than this, and we're making history.
CBS's Mark Strassman.
Once the rocket reaches the launch pad, the next major milestone will be a fuel test, loading it with propellant on February 2nd. And if all goes well, NASA could launch Artemis II as soon as February 6th.
Things remain tense in the Twin Cities as unmarked convoys and officers in tactical gear swarmed the city amid Operation Metro Surge, the Trump administration's largest immigration enforcement crackdown yet. There are more than 2,000 officers taking part. CBS's Ian Lee.
Last night, a federal judge issued a ruling blocking immigration agents deployed in Minnesota from arresting or using tear gas, pepper spray, or other non-lethal munitions against peaceful protesters.
There's lots of NFL playoff action this weekend. Hope you have a good seat. Reporter Erica Herskowitz.
The Saturday slate begins in the AFC with the Bills taking on the Broncos in Denver. Broncos quarterback Bo Nix says home field will matter.
I expect it to be a great environment.
After the Bills and Broncos, the Niners and Seahawks meet in an NFC showdown in Seattle, where San Francisco head coach Kyle Shanahan says experience will be key.
We know each other very well. We played against each other a ton. I think both teams got an idea of exactly what to expect.
The NFL doubleheader kicks off at 4:30 Eastern.
Tomorrow it's the Texans and Patriots and the LA Rams and the Chicago Bears at home. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
There are new questions for those who want to visit some of America's best national parks.
For foreigners visiting the Grand Canyon, one of the 7 wonders of the world, it's costing an extra $100 to access the national park. Grand Canyon spokesperson Joel Bart says park staff at the gates are asking people where they're from.
They're just having to ask another question for proof of residency.
The fee change came late last year from the Trump administration for 11 of the most popular national parks. Park visitor, U.S. citizen Castor Braun.
Traveling the U.S. is one of the great joys. We should welcome people here.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News, Prescott, Arizona.
Events are being held around the nation to mark the birthday and legacy of the late civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There are breakfast rallies and other events honoring his legacy of justice, unity, and economic parity. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon with a couple of snow showers, little accumulation, the high 37. Tonight, cloudy, a bit of snow or flurries later on, though 20. For tomorrow, clouds and some sun, brisk and colder, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
Not long after Mike Tomlin told Art Rooney II he was stepping down, the team's head coach for 19 seasons informed the players he was leaving. Their response was to give Tomlin a standing ovation. The next day, Mr. Rooney praised Tomlin for representing the Steelers with steady leadership, class, and dignity. The same can be said of how Mike Tomlin represented Pittsburgh. In the wake of his resignation, stories are emerging about his community engagement. For example, Tomlin was personally involved in a Northside program promoting fatherhood and positive male role models. He was a supporter of the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank during holiday food drives. Tomlin's charitable efforts included an annual fashion fundraiser for UPMC's Sports Medicine Concussion Program, support for Cancer Bridges, the Chuck Knoll Foundation, and a golf outing to benefit a foundation providing educational options for inner-city kids. All this with little to no public recognition. In short, Mike Tomlin made significant contributions to our city outside of football and is deserving of another standing ovation from us. Job well done, Mike.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. It's Michael Bartley. I'll be here till 5 o'clock, on Thursday evening. My listeners, I got a lot of reaction. Such a great call from Bob in Minneapolis, who's a retired teacher, and he taught a professor taught in West Virginia at Wesleyan, I think he said, and he listens to KDK, listens to us, and he retired and lives in Minneapolis. Bob, you there, my friend?
You betcha.
Hi, Bob. How are you? It's in the past couple days. It seems to me, I don't know, I'm not saying protests have dissipated because you have the radical right out there today and the radical left, and they're clashing. Minneapolis police have seemed to break it up. They were pushing and shoving and grabbing each other's signs and kicking each other, whatever the heck they were doing. But you tell me what the mood is there now on this Saturday afternoon.
Well, it has calmed down. Part of that is due to the weather. We are supposed to get to maybe 15 today, but tonight it will go below zero. Real temperature, not wind chill.
Whoa. And
tomorrow, by the time we get done with whatever, maybe about noontime, it might be 8 or 9 above. And
well, you know darn well people can't be out in that for too long.
No, they can't. Before we go any further, I probably need to tell you physically where I am in relation to what's going on. Mm-hmm. All right?
Mm-hmm.
In Minneapolis, there's a street called Nicollet, and it's the zero, and anything east of it is Avenue South,
mm-hmm.
and anything west of it, well, Minneapolis has a whole set of alphabets
mm-hmm.
as far as their streets are concerned. They have several sets of streets on the west side going by alphabetical names like Abbott, Beard, Chowan, Drew, Ewing, France.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now, we are at 36 blocks west of zero. So we're about 3 miles west of Nicollet Avenue. Now, Nicollet Avenue does not cross the river, so it's just on the south side. And as far as the north and south are concerned, we are equivalent to 7,300 north. Now, what is that to do with what we've been talking about? Well, first of all, the first situation with Renee Good
mm-hmm.
was 34 south and 7 east.
Mm-hmm.
And when they mentioned that, I said to my daughter when she called, I said, that's 4 blocks from where I went to school.
Mm.
Bryant Junior High was basically 38th and 3rd Avenue. So it's 38 blocks south and 3rd Avenue, meaning 3 blocks east
right.
of Nicollet. So I was very close to that. But now, as far as where I am in relation to the activities, as I mentioned, Renee Good was shot about 4 blocks from the junior high school. Now, that building is still there, but it's being used for other activities. It was a huge building. Just for the fun of it, there were 2 junior high schools in Minneapolis which had built-in swimming pools. Bryant was one of them. And the other one was on the north side, and I do not remember which one it was, but there were 2 junior highs that actually had swimming pools. And as a part of your 9th grade phys ed class, you could be taught to swim.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And around here, if you don't know how to swim, and you go out on the lakes, and they talk about the state of 10,000 lakes. It's really about 14,000. They're trying not to count the puddles, but it's really a lot of lakes. And if you do not go out in a boat and you do not know how to swim, put on a life preserver. We like to keep you. We don't want you going underwater. Now, as far as the other situation, the one on the north side, it's between 22nd and 24th, and it's 7 blocks west of zero. So we are 73 blocks.
Yeah, I know
north.
you are 3 miles, but you never ventured down there when this started happening, did you? No.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh, and you so
yes,
were you at the
knew
protest?
Where it was. We knew. The only issue was when the fracas on the north side started a couple of nights ago. They said it's in the Hawthorne neighborhood, and that didn't
don't
help
even do neighborhood titles because people in Pittsburgh. You don't even have to do. Bob, don't even do titles. People in Pittsburgh. Bob, people in Pittsburgh won't know the neighborhoods. Don't even go there. But because we won't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Basically, I am 5 miles from
right. We get that. We get that. Since the
now, as far as what I think is going on, they finally made a very good decision. Again, it's our city council, our mayor and our city council and the police department of Minneapolis basically saying, I think we can get this taken care of. Yes, there'll probably be some activities, but I think we have it in hand, and I'm very glad to hear that our president in Washington decided that maybe the National Guard could do it rather than sending in federal troops. That's a wise decision, I believe.
So listen, I think to me it seems now the only problem is the wacko right and the wacko left have their little skirmishes now. So they're going to try to start trouble, those two wacko extremist groups. But that always happens if protests go for too long.
That's right.
But the story I was worried about for Minneapolis people getting mad was the family that was on their way home from the basketball game, and a tear gas grenade was thrown by ice under their car, and the little infant almost died. That had to be a big story there.
Right at the top of the news.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mike, there are times I sit here and scratch my head and I think, what happened to Minnesota nice? We've had a lot of people coming in state who lived somewhere else because we have good employment, we have good jobs. Pillsbury's here. General Mills is here.
I know. I love Minneapolis. I know so many people there. Hey, Bob. Listen. Okay, a couple protests, and then when I heard about this crazy right-wing group today, and then the crazy left-wing group today, and I thought, no, this is. They got to put a stop to that because they're the agitators who are not from there, and that's how this happens. Do you understand?
That's
and
nothing
that always makes a city, and it happened here too. It happens here all the time.
Oh, sure.
And it makes a city look bad, you know. But I just wanted you to call because I'm thinking. I don't know if I see light at the end of the tunnel, but people are not going to rest until they see a fair investigation of this Renee Good business.
Yes, and then again, Mike, let Minnesota do it. I agree.
It's their jurisdiction. It's their jurisdiction.
I think we need to allow our public officials, whom we have elected, to do what we've asked them to do.
Yeah, and it's their jurisdiction.
Yeah,
no doubt. Bob, listen, I'll let you go. I was glad to hear from you. I was thinking about you, and keep us posted, okay? I'll be on the morning show Thursday and Friday. I hope things calm down. I do, and I hope. I'll tell you, hey, listen, the cold weather is a blessing in disguise there right now.
Yes.
I think it really is. It really is. Bob, have a great weekend. Thanks so much.
You too.
All right, thanks a lot. Yep. I hope things are calming down. I really do. Monday's Martin Luther King Day. I'm hoping that everything is kind of chills out there too. I do. Because I'll tell you, Americans are engaged in this. They are. 80% of Americans saw the videos. 80%. All right. I will take a break, and I'll be right back, and back to the phones.
When you need to talk, we're here for you. Always have been. News Radio KDKA.
Warm up your home this winter with a brand new roof from Home Genius Exteriors. Call now and get 50% off all roofing materials plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, you can get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-UR-GENIUS for your free, no obligation roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Berg with 6 Pittsburgh locations: Beachview, East End, Carnegie, Robinson, Southside, and Wexford. Always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. New York style, yins are made. Sliceonbroadway.com. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Hi, I'm Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, America's largest family law firm. During this time of year, difficult relationships sometimes become impossible. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-823-5544. That's 800-823-5544. 800-823-5544.
For all station contest rules, go to kdkaradio.com/rules.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Hey. Okay, everybody. Welcome back. Here till 5 o'clock. I'm heading back into the phones right now. Boy, 53% of registered voters saying the shooting of Renee Good was not justified. I was a little shocked by that. I thought it'd be more, and a clear, that's a clear majority. And 60% of independent registered voters, 60% of independents, say it was not justified. People have watched these videos. 80% of Americans watch these videos. That's unbelievable to me. Okay, back to the phones. Gary in Hampton. Gary, welcome back. Gary, you there?
Hello.
Hi, Gary.
How are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'd like to comment on the last caller from Minnesota.
Sure.
I like the way he spoke, and the reason is, not only is he a Minnesotan, he's closely to where it's happening.
Yeah.
He had no opinion with respect to any of the shootings or the stuff underneath the car and the child and all that. And I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is that we can always reserve our opinion. However, we always have an opinion.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
By holding your opinion, you're much more equipped to answer the next question from another person. Should that be adversely, whatever it may be. I'm a libertarian. I look at things all around. And the other thing is, as far as close to home here, McCormick and Fetterman, there are two people, one a Democrat, one a Republican, that are thinking they have no box. They're not thinking out of the box. They don't have to. They're not pigeonholed. They have an opinion with regard to what's going on, and they're not afraid to give their opinion, whether it's the media, their own party, opposition party.
They're not afraid of reprisals. They're not afraid of reprisals from their own party.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
And,
I do.
And that is great. That's what the Congress, the House, and the Senate should be surprised of, as far as always endeavoring to be bipartisan.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening now is that these small constituents like Omar, representing the area that's under investigation now with billions of dollars.
I get it.
They represent a very small area, so consequently, we don't get that. She doesn't know how to assimilate.
And listen. You know, the MAGA people are exactly like that too. They hated Mitt Romney. They ripped his head off for telling the truth. And listen, here's what we said this the other day. We long for the time when compromise isn't a dirty word, because now, and I think this is what you're saying, Gary, and I agree with you. Now, when a politician attempts to compromise or attempts to be bipartisan, there's a big segment in the party, whether it's Republican or Democrat, that wants to rip his or her head off.
Exactly. Yeah, I certainly agree with that. It's much better. I tried to, number one, research the facts. I saw the video. Also, I like to believe the things that are believable. Like the woman that said, "Oh, I need a brain scan." What in the hell is she doing there if she needs a brain scan?
She was driving to the hospital to get it.
Yeah, okay, I believe that. Like the man in the movement. So, sorry about that.
That's okay. That's all right.
However,
that's okay.
However, I reserve my judgment.
Yeah,
I try not to judge anyone or anything.
Hey, Gary, I respect that of you. I do, and I do. And there are some things too that we probably still don't know about that shooting, and we have to hope for a fair investigation.
Exactly, and I hope there is one, and a very extremely fair investigation, because it will be held by the feds, and the reason is that federal law supersedes any law of the land, including the states, including local police departments, including any other jurisdiction which might call them part of the law. So consequently, people also have to understand that the reason this investigation is going forth by the Fed is that it was a federal shooting, it was a federal problem, and they will get down to the bottom of it. The same man was injured slightly 3 months prior to that, actually hit by a vehicle, a 2-ton weapon, and he required 33 stitches. Now, I'm not saying that one has anything to do with the other, However, the way I see the video, for instance, that shot didn't come through the side window. The shot came through the front.
Well, there were 3 shots. Three. There were 3 shots.
Well,
she was struck 3 times. One in the head, one in the forearm, and one in the chest, I believe it was.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that. I think
the angles of those shots will be very important in this investigation. I do.
Oh, absolutely crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Crucial.
Yeah. And if, will people have confidence in an investigation? I don't know. We're just so divided. It's crazy. I just don't know. So, yeah. Gary, listen, thanks for the call. I got to run, okay?
You betcha.
All right.
Thank you.
Call me anytime, Gary. Call me anytime. I like when he calls. He's a nice man. Very, very nice man. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to get back to the phone. I'm going in order. Everybody chill out. I'm going in order. Stay there. Don't worry. I'm going to get you in. And we will pick it up there. And then, after in that 4 o'clock hour, I just want to bring up some of this Fetterman stuff today. And I think the progressives are making a mistake again. I don't even know if Fetterman's running for re-election, but they love to try to destroy the Democratic Party, as the extremists in the Republican Party do. Same thing in my mind. Same thing. Anyway, I'll get to that. I'll get to that eventually, because I know so many of you want to talk about Minneapolis. Okay, I'll be right back. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And sharp vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
It may be winter, but the savings are heating up at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, USDA Choice Porterhouse or T-bone steaks are $9.99 a pound, and farm-raised fresh salmon fillets are $8.99 a pound. In the produce department, extra fancy blackberries, 6-ounce packages, 88 cents each, and avocados, 77 cents each. In our bakery department, brioche gourmet burger buns, 4-count package, $3.50 each. And in our deli department, Coons 12-inch cheese pizzas are $6.99 each, and Eckrich hard salami is $7.49 a pound. Additional savings this week. Selected varieties of Progresso soup, 18 to 19-ounce cans, 2 for $4, and selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper 12-pack 12-ounce cans are $7.99 each.
So warm up this winter with some great savings at Coons Market. Coons Market, that special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. President Trump is threatening new 10% tariffs on Denmark and other European nations that have gone into Greenland, which he wants control of. CBS's Raymond Inocencio reports that isn't getting much support.
Congress has started bipartisan bills to try and block the funding if President Trump tried to annex or invade Greenland, but he does have the power of the veto.
Better bundle up out there. It's going to be cold in much of the nation. CBS News meteorologist Andrew Kozak.
Snow squalls moving through parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania. These are not long snowstorms, but they are dangerous. Visibility can drop fast, winds kick up, and the roads can go slick in just a matter of seconds.
In just over an hour, the Broncos take on the Bills in the first NFL playoff game today. Reporter Erica Herskowitz.
Broncos quarterback Bo Nix says home field will matter.
I expect it to be a great environment.
Tonight, the Seattle Seahawks are hosting the San Francisco 49ers in a stadium that is expected to be rocking. CBS News Brief, I'm Allison Keys.
This is a message from your sponsor, Intuit TurboTax. This year, file your taxes with TurboTax and hand everything off to one of the thousands of experts who can get you filed online with 100% accuracy. Only available with TurboTax experts. Real-time updates only in the iOS mobile app.
Let's go! You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. While everyone's focused on diet and exercise this new year, let's talk about the foundation of all health, sleep. Quality sleep strengthens your immune system, improves mental clarity, and helps regulate weight. Yet, we spend more time researching a TV purchase than our mattress. Your sleep affects every resolution you make this year. Visit the Original Mattress Factory and discover how the right mattress can support every health goal you've set for yourself.
This year, instead of buying gadgets that promise to change your life, consider investing in something that actually will. Better sleep. At the Original Mattress Factory, we know quality sleep affects your productivity, relationships, and overall well-being more than any app or device. We hand-build each mattress one at a time using the finest materials. And since we build them locally, you save money. When you invest in better sleep, you're investing in a better version of yourself. Learn more at originalmattress.com.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you.
Tune in to KDKA Radio every Thursday at 2:37 p.m. for your weekly Medicare update with Lisa Lauro from Secure Money Health. Lisa will provide you information on everything related to Medicare and how to prepare for it. Brought to you by Secure Money Health.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon with a couple of snow showers, but little accumulation, the high 37. Tonight will be cloudy, a bit of snow or flurries later on, though 20. Clouds break for some sun tomorrow, but colder, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. You know that guy from Gary P. Hampton, I told him this Thursday night that because I know he's so insistent that the feds should have jurisdiction for that investigation. That's not true. It's Hennepin County's jurisdiction. And then the court's going to have to decide, and they'll probably go with the county. It's their jurisdiction. Their resident was shot to death. Yeah. Okay. That's how I think that's how this is going to work. And I mean, there's a lot of distrust either way, I guess. I don't trust that that the Trump administration's because they've politicized justice, the Justice Department. I doubt very much they'd get that Renee Good would get a fair investigation there. So I think it would go to Hennepin County, and there it is. Okay, I'm still going in order. Bishop and Denora. Bishop, you're next now.
Finally. Hey, my brother, look, it's getting wacky out here. There was a bomb threat at Uniontown Walmart. They closed it.
Oh, I didn't. That was today?
Yeah. And I was getting a call. Some of them thought it was Bell Vernon, but fortunately, it's not, and it shouldn't be. This country is getting out of control with the climate that is dictated from 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Now, I will say this. The federal government and the federal troops or ICE should not be up in Minnesota. I brought that up on somebody's show yesterday, and they were lukewarm about it. The protesters shouldn't be throwing stuff at the police or whatever to agitate them or whatever, but they have a right to protest. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, and I saw the temperature up there. It's going to be wickedly cold up here.
Oh, it's going to be cold here, too, and Monday, Tuesday, whatever it is.
Tuesday and Wednesday is for sure.
Is it ever?
But I would say this one thing. I like what Rosa DeLore said about ICE. She said it nice, powerfully. Untrained, unvetted, unqualified. And she said something else. I dropped my paper, what I was going to say about her, and she's absolutely right. ICE is not trained. It takes to go to the academy is 6 to 8 months before you can learn anything or be eligible to come out to come on the streets, and they're not getting that. Nowhere near. They're just signing up and hitting the streets. Listen, this is awful, and this is a disgrace of what's going on in this country. Now, I sent you something that a person sent me that's pretty reliable, that Trump took and sold sold oil for $500 million and put it in a Rotary Bank account. Can you believe that?
I wouldn't take that to the bank, so to speak.
No, but it was true that he did sell some Venezuelan oil. That's a fact. Now you can look that up, research.
You mean for his personal gain?
Well, I don't know if it was personal, but he put it. It's funny he didn't put it in the United States bank. He put it in the Qatari bank or account.
Yeah,
now,
I wouldn't take that to the bank, so to speak.
Well, you need to research that.
and I will, but that doesn't sound. I don't think that sounds right.
Well, a lot of here's what's good to me with the media. The media is mainstream media, and it could be KDKA too, are falling behind as far as getting their information and factual information like a day late.
Hey, listen, I am a stalwart in terms of I would never report anything that I wouldn't factually base things on.
Well,
they need to, and you got to be careful with all the internet things. It's facts unchecked. It is.
You have to be. But let me just say this: he did say that blacks, the Jim Crow or the Civil Rights era was harmful to white folks. He did say it.
He said it was. Yeah, he said it was harmful. He said, he said civil rights legislation was hurt white people, and yeah, he did.
I mean, he was pitiful with that. But let me just say this: we're having a Martin Luther King celebration beyond the Mon Valley Monday, 3:30 at the Denora Library. The bishop is hosting it. And various personalities will be honored the great Melanie Sandrock will be performing her harpist. She's a harpist. And Trudy Taylor will be the psalmist. It's going to be anybody and everybody can come out to it at the Denora Library starting 3:30 on Monday, January 19th. But I tell you, Brother Bartley, it's getting scary out here to where this guy wants to abolish, in my opinion, the elections. I think Minnesota is a test as far as can he put in martial law, or could he put in some kind of way to where, and I think he's really trying to start wars. I'm agreeing with Bacon. I think he's the senator out there in Nebraska.
Who?
If he tries to invade Greenland or take over, it could be the end of his presidency by way of impeachment. It's finally people are starting to stand up to him and say, listen, if you don't knock this off,
well, it's a lot of Republicans too who are saying, just quit it, stop it, quit it, stop it,
Well, I'm glad. Well, here I'll close with this. I am glad that some of the our congressmen or senators are over in Greenland as we speak and have said that you're not going to be invaded. We're not going to allow this to happen. Senator Coons, I did see Murkowski from Alaska. I think it's about 7 or 8 of them that's over there to try to bring down the tension on their own dime. Well, they could be, far as to say we're not going to allow this to happen. And I appreciate those other countries in Europe who have said. Now, see, this is how bad it is, Brother Barney. And I don't know why the people in this country cannot see that this man is unfit. They have sent from UK, France, Spain, and a few other countries besides the Danish have sent troops over to Greenland to help protect them, and are sending some ships over there as well, because this guy may try to do anything. Y'all keep saying, well, he's just joking. What joking has done for us?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And Bishop, thanks for the call. I got to run here, and I don't know about that. I appreciate all the calls today, and thank you, Bishop. But listen, I don't think people are buying much of anything. I gave you the empirical data. I gave it to you on a silver platter, and I'm getting texts for people to asking me to repeat it. The Reuters poll, the CNN poll, and of course the MAGA crowd. They'll see it. They'll say, "Oh, fake news, fake news, fake news." They can't. Nope, they won't go with it. But the latest polling, 58% called the first year of Donald Trump's term a failure, and it's bleeding into the Republican ranks as well. His actions, views on the economic conditions, disastrous, and 3 out of 10 rate the economy positively. And what's changed in the latest polling is that the increased pessimism about the future. Just 4 in 10 expect the economy to be good a year from now. That's down from 56% just before Trump was sworn in. 55% majority say that Trump's policies have worsened economic conditions. 32% say they've made an improvement. That's the hardcore MAGA crowd, I guess. 64% saying he hasn't gone far enough in trying to reduce the price of everyday goods. Much of the public doubts that Trump is prioritizing their interests. Just 36% say he now has the right priorities. Yeah. Only 37% of Americans say Trump puts the good of the country before his own personal gain. And 32% say that he's in touch with problems ordinary Americans face. That's the MAGA crowd. And they cried and stomped and were such, what do they call us, snowflakes? They were such snowflake crybabies about, Ukraine And now Trump's all over the world invading Greenland and going on about all these other countries. Okay, but and now I guess they back it after all that crying and stomping and snowflaking? Yeah, there you go. Yep. So Trump's overall approval rating, he's a very unpopular president. Wow. His overall approval rating now stands at 39%. Yeah. In some ways, Trump now faces a political situation not dissimilar from his predecessor, Joe Biden. Yeah. And it's independents who have turned on him big time. And I mean big time. 58% majority of the public says that Trump has gone too far in using the power of the presidency and executive branch, up from 52% near the start of his term. Most also say he's gone too far in trying to change cultural institutions like the Smithsonian and the Kennedy Center, 62% on that. Wow, even some MAGA people think he's out of his mind for that. 57% say he's gone too far in cutting federal programs. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. His first term. The anniversary coming up this week. He'll be sworn in a year. Very unpopular stuff. It's been a lot of extremism, and extremism gets people riled up on either side. All right, back to the phones when I get back.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. At home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA-radio.com.
Cats are masters at using up their 9 lives, like chasing laser pointers into walls or jumping onto high shelves. But the one thing cats never do, text while driving. So be like a cat and protect your one and only life. Don't text and drive.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh, Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
All right, I have to stop pontificating and taking up so much time, but I have to get the information out. All right, to the phones. We love calls on Saturday. John in Beachview. John, you're next. You're on KDKA. Hi, John.
Hi, Michael. Thank you.
Sure.
First of all, I'd like to say for everybody listening who's never seen a UFO in their life, actually think back. You probably did. It's just that we've all been deemed unworthy of participation in the rest of the universe, right? Smart people don't act like this. Okay. But secondly, with the whole ICE thing, I find fascinating is that back when Obama was deporting millions of people and, not a real big stink about it, one of the reasons I think was when ICE was, carrying out, something either big or small or anywhere, local police were involved, kept people away, allowed them to do their business, and then they moved on, right? The one thing that seems to be missing now, and I usually don't see it on videos anywhere, are the local police. What is happening there? Are they in? Are they out? Do they have to be in or out? I don't see them. What's going on with that?
You know what, John? I wanted to. If I may. There are several differences between Obama and Obama did port a gazillion people, but the big difference is Obama's initiative didn't grab U.S. citizens. It was very carefully. Well, hold on. And under Trump, there have been one instance after another where there was no due process, and then, in my view, my humble view, and you probably would disagree, I don't know. Trump has been bombastic, threatening, and inflammatory about this, and divisive. And Obama did not have that tone. Trump does.
Okay, here's my response: is that it's collateral damage, Michael. Mm-hmm. You let millions in, a few girls are going to be raped and killed. You're going to deport mass people. A few innocents are going to get caught up, right? Hopefully everybody gets justice, but the numbers we're talking about are staggering. People are going to get caught up. I mean, it's inevitable, right? I mean, how else? What are our options? What else are we supposed to do?
And the people that are going to get raped and stabbed are from what? Irish immigrants?
Anybody. Well, now that's not fair.
Italian immigrants.
All the illegals. And they do. They're put on. They're up for
what? Canadian immigrants, Italian immigrants. Who are you referring to?
Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That wasn't my point. My point was that whether it's right or wrong, why aren't the local police helping or participating? Because they're the ones that know the locals. You're right. Your previous caller said, that's right, ICE aren't trained. You are correct. They're not trained to interact with the locals. They're trained to do immigration law. The locals used to help. Why don't the cops help each other? Where is this going? I mean,
and John,
cops.
And ICE are not. They're not police. They're not.
No, they're not. I mean, the local police, cordoning off the area. If ICE goes into a business to take in illegals, right or wrong, at least the locals came around, the police came around, kept a few blocks away. Don't keep the locals away. Don't get in trouble. This is the federal business, right? What happened to that? That's not. There's nobody there. They're coming right up on the ICE people. What are they supposed to do? You're right. They're not trained for that. You're asking for trouble.
And I don't necessarily disagree with you there. And you know, a lot of the big city mayors, and of course, well, I don't know what the Republican mayor of Houston would do, but Trump hasn't sent ICE there, that hasn't sent the National Guard there.
How can this be political? The police.
It shouldn't.
Don't they work together, for Christ's sake?
Oh, geez, you can't swear like that, John. I got to cut you off. You swore. John, I got to cut you off. You swore. Mike, make sure you get that out of there, okay? Sorry about that. I hope nobody heard that. Ooh, boy. John, but you know what, John? That was a very good call, John. You had some really good points. You can't swear on the air with me. Okay? You just can't. But I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. His point that he was trying to make is that he wants local police involved with ICE. And that's a push-pull like you can't believe. All right, I got to take my break. And when we get back to the phones, okay? Michael Bartley, KDKA.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
This is 1 full year since United States Senator Dave McCormick took office, and he joins us.
You know, as the CEO, you have to report back to your shareholders. Be a good way to try to report.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray?
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it.
Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every family vacation looks different. Maybe this year it's ocean waves in Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's lake mornings in Deep Creek. Maybe it's palm trees and turquoise water in St. Thomas. Wherever your next memory takes you, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the space, comfort, and experiences that bring everybody together. And when you book direct, you get the best homes at the best price without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at SWAC, SWACK vacations.com. That's SWACvacations.com.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
The people you know, the news you trust. Real Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA. Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison Keyes. There's wide disapproval of President Trump's new threat to impose 10% tariffs on Denmark and 7 other European nations on February 1st as he ramps up his quest to buy Greenland. France and the UK have panned it, and so have some U.S. lawmakers. A bipartisan U.S. congressional delegation is trying to assure both Denmark and Greenland of this nation's support. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski and Democratic Senator Chris Coons are in Denmark.
Greenland needs to be viewed as our ally, not as an asset.
There's a lot of rhetoric
But there's not a lot of reality in the current discussion in Washington.
More from CBS's Willie James Inman.
That rate will rise to 25% in June and essentially stay in place until a deal is reached for the purchase of Greenland. Republican Senator Tom Tillis of North Carolina is blasting the move and saying that it's great for Chinese leader President Xi and President Putin of Russia, but bad for America and its NATO ally.
Slower than a tortoise, NASA's 322-foot-tall moon rocket is creeping its way to the launch pad for the first U.S. mission to Luna in more than 50 years. It's a flyby this time, but astronauts are psyched.
I'm Peter King at the Kennedy Space Center. The Space Launch System, the SLS, is out of the barn, riding on top of an Apollo-era mobile transporter that took the Saturn V moon rockets and later the space shuttles from the VAB out to launch pads 39B and A. The distance from here to the pad is just over 4 miles. This crawler goes slower than a snail's pace. Its maximum speed 1 mile per hour. It's not even going to get close to that for what could be a 10 to 12 hour trip out to the pad.
A tribute to the boxer Muhammad Ali, still seen by many as the greatest. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
It was unveiled in his hometown of Louisville, and 22 million are being printed. The stamps feature a 1974 photo showing him holding up his gloves in a fighting stance. His widow, Lonnie Ali.
He would say, I told you the only way I could be licked is if I was put on a postage stamp. He goes, and I'm going to be licked a lot. He'd say something like that.
She said the stamp will travel millions of miles and remind the world of a man who dared to believe kindness could be powerful.
Remembering a fallen musical legend. Grateful Dead guitarist Bob Weir died a week ago, and Deadheads are flocking to San Francisco for a procession and tribute. He died after a battle with cancer that led to lung complications. There's no music at the memorial service. This is CBS News.
Follow and listen to CBS Mornings on the go on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Step away from those fancy phones.
Concerned about their kids and screen time, some parents in Astoria, Queens decided to go back in time.
We hear a lot about how social media or like the addiction to screens have an adverse effect.
Shan Pacalone and some neighbors put in landline phones.
It's like kind of a joke, like wouldn't it be great if like all the kids could get a telephone and just call each other like we did?
And their kids seem to like it, even though there's a learning curve.
Dialing a phone, memorizing phone numbers.
There's certain skills and things that we learned, I think, growing up that we're in danger of losing.
I don't think we should have a cell phone because I don't want my brain to rot.
Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball.
The International Flipper Pinball Association's 11th Annual State Champion Series finale is on. There are just over 1,200 players competing for $220,000 in prizes. Allison Keys, CBS News.
Happy KDKA AccuWeather Forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy this afternoon with a couple of snow showers, little accumulation, the high 37. Tonight, cloudy, a bit of snow or flurries later on, though 20. For tomorrow, clouds and some sun, brisk and colder, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. No swearing, no swearing. Stop it, stop it, stop it. All right, no, John was doing great there, and then he swore, so I had to cut him off. I'm sorry about that, John, but that was okay, John. You had a good call. It was good. All right, back to the phones going in line. Anthony in Oakland. Oh, boy, here's Anthony. Hi, Anthony.
You know, I want to answer your question.
Okay.
About immigration into red states. It's very simple. He's going into red states, but he's met with cooperation, similar to when Obama was president. There's no sanctuary nonsense that goes on in those red states. Look, Trump he wants numbers, so he's not going to exclude places that have illegals just to go after Democrats. He wants 100,000 illegals deported a month. So of course he's going in, but the authorities in those red states are cooperating, and he's getting, unfortunately, he's getting resistance in the so-called sanctuary states.
I don't. He sent the National Guard into Houston.
He didn't have to. Didn't I just tell you that the local officials are cooperating? He didn't have to send them in. The local officials, they're releasing them from their jails and their prisons to the federal authorities.
No. I'm talking about the National Guard. He sent the National Guard into Chicago, and that's why they didn't cooperate.
No. He said no.
And that was a bunch of phony baloney stuff. Now, he needs to send them into Jackson, Mississippi, Houston, Miami, all the other places, but he hasn't done that, has he? Anthony, and you don't like Trump either, and you and I share a lot of things in common in terms of political views, but on this one, I can't go with you on this one, Anthony, because so much of what he does is retribution.
You don't have to go with me. I'm only going on facts. I'm not sitting here. This isn't speculation. This isn't hyperbole. I'm telling you, he gets cooperation from those states. You people aren't listening. Stephen Miller has said our goal is 100,000 illegals a month. You just can't do that all in blue states.
And my point is, he can get all the cooperation he wants in the world. And I've heard the Texas governor say, "Do what you want," but he hasn't done it.
That's why the border right now, you can roll a bowling ball through and don't run into any illegals, compared to the last president, where they were coming over thousands a day. I mean, it's not even a comparison between the border today that it was when Biden. You know that, and I know that. You saw the pictures. You didn't have your head in the sand. It was completely outrageous. Now the difference is between Obama and Trump. He is not giving. He's not having hearings, deportation hearings. He's just deporting them. So if there's some complaints about that, I understand it. But he's just deporting them.
Okay.
And that's what he's supposed to do.
Fair.
You're here illegally. And I'm tired of Cynthia and others calling you up, telling you about Chicago. She doesn't know a thing about Chicago. The black residents in Chicago are completely upset that resources are being taken away from them and given to illegals. Schools that were closed for black folks have been reopened to house illegals. So there is an uproar against Mayor Johnson and Pritzker in Illinois and Chicago about illegals. I mean, I don't understand. The Democrats, do they want to win elections? First, I mean, you had a hearing the other day where a OBGYN couldn't answer a very simple question: can men get pregnant?
What was that? Someone else said that and someone else in the newsroom was telling. Where was that? What was that?
It was a hearing of OBGYNs on the abortion pill that's being mailed around the country.
But why did somebody ask? Why did somebody? Who did they ask that of?
They asked it of a OBGYN doctor.
Why did they ask that? I don't get it.
Because these so-called trans people who call themselves women, men who call themselves women, are for some reason ordering the abortion pill. So Josh Hawley asked a OBGYN a very simple question: can men get pregnant?
Mm-hmm. And what was the answer? And what was the answer?
Answer the question.
Oh, okay. So
There were 4 other doctors who aren't crazy. They said, no, men cannot get pregnant.
of course they can't. But I'm gonna get myself in trouble because I don't understand the surgery. I don't know much about the trans thing, but I don't know. So I don't know. I was going to say if a man surgically I know, but if a man surgically becomes a woman, it's still a man.
He cannot get pregnant.
Yeah, no matter what the surgery is, right? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
You have male DNA and a prostate. That goes nowhere.
I know. I know that part. But I don't know. I'm just no expert on the surgeries. I don't. You know what I'm saying. It's a good question. It's a good question. I think.
Hold on, Michael. Aren't you an expert on some sort of common sense?
Yeah. But why are trans people getting the abortion pill? What for? What?
Because they're crazy.
I mean, why would they want it?
I don't. You're trying to get me to get into the mind of somebody who's delusional.
Well, I don't think they're delusional. I don't think that, but that's the first I've heard that. I don't know that's beyond my pay grade. I don't know. Maybe someone can school me on that.
The Democrats want to win elections or not. First, they're standing up for people who are here illegal. That's why when I call you and I've called others and said, "Black folks, mind your business," because here's a news flash. My wife calls me. She's on the bus trying to get through Oakland. She can't get through Oakland. Why? I said, well, honey, what's going on? So these lunatics decided they're going to obstruct traffic right by Presby Hospital. And so if there was an emergency, how is somebody supposed to get in? And the police are just standing there letting them do it. Listen, I have organized strikes and protests since the 60s. It is illegal to obstruct traffic.
This is weird. There's a whole trans guide. All right, wait. So, all right, Anthony, thanks for the call because I'm looking this up because there's a whole thing on a trans guide to abortion care. Can a trans man get an abortion? Anybody who can become pregnant, including trans, non-binary, and gender expansive people, may need to seek an abortion. So what I'm not even getting that. What happens if a trans, okay. I don't know why. The trans, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know. I'm not getting that, thing. Why would trans people need abortion pills, mifepristone? Yeah. What happens if a trans woman takes birth control? If you're taking testosterone, you can also use any form of birth control. Oh, the testosterone won't affect your birth control. So maybe it's part of. I don't know. Maybe trans people don't take mifepristone for an abortion. Maybe they take it for, because birth control, the pill, all those years, the pill, women took the pill not for, to prevent pregnancy, but to, guard against cancers. And that's true. I remember that. And when they tried to not make that pill readily available, there was an outcry because it showed, was it breast cancer? It showed that it made remarkable progress as a preventer of cancer. Yeah. Maybe that has something to do. I don't know. What am I? I'm no OBGYN. All right, I'm going to take a break, and I'll be right back with your calls. Bye.
Now more than ever, we're the station you can trust for the information you need.
KDKA.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you. I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Lowe's knows how to turn big plans into real results. Whether it's new appliances or a home refresh, get started with 12-month special financing on purchases of $299 or more with a MyLowe's Rewards credit card, January 15th through the 30th, so you can invest in your upgrade now and pay over time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer subject to credit approval and cannot be combined. Minimum monthly payment required. See store or Lowe's.com for details.
Is somebody in the family fighting a cold? Pick up a bottle of Sniper, a hospital-grade disinfectant that kills germs, bacteria, and viruses that are flourishing this time of year. Sniper is available at participating True Value hardware stores or visit disinfectwithsniper.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay. So, men who transition into women, or even men who don't transition, can absolutely take mifepristone, the abortion pill, for uses beyond pregnancy termination, like treating PTSD, alcoholism relapse, Cushing's syndrome. And of course, its use for men is not related to pregnancy, of course. Its effects on male fertility aren't fully known, but there are studies and experimental studies looking into that. It's an FDA-approved drug that can be used in several situations for men. Okay? Weight gain included. Yep. So there you go. I'm sure that answers it. So when they asked that person, the OBGYN, can a man get pregnant? They were probably being cynical. I don't know. I didn't see the thing, so I have no idea. And then I'm sure Fox News ran with that like you can't believe. Okay, back to the phones. Going in order. Craig in West Virginia. Hello, Craig. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to yourself, Michael. How you doing?
Good. How'd you like that? Anthony was giving me the business here today.
Well, I couldn't wait to get on the phone because I knew the answer to that. And Josh Hawley knows the answer to that also. He just wants to keep the rednecks riled up.
I wondered. I was like, what? Maybe that's a big thing on. Fox News probably ran with that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And I understand it, KDKA, and, it's an opinion show. I get it. But that means that I get my opinion, too. So I can state what my opinion is on the other people's opinions. Gary calls in all the time talking about how much research he does, this, that, and the other. And, federal law supersedes state law every single time. Well, if that's the case, marijuana is federally illegal. And yet there's 24 states that you can pull up drive through like you're getting a quarter pounder and order a bag of weed.
Right.
So federal law don't supersede, Gary. Hate to break the news to you. And even just regress for a second, the bishop is exactly correct on that Venezuela tanker oil. The money is sitting in a Qatar bank as we speak. That is a fact. I've researched it over and over, and I learned that.
But it's not Trump's personal money.
Well, he thinks it is. He thinks the tariff money is his personal money.
I know. Okay, but that was what I was trying to get Bishop to modify. I think Bishop was trying to lead me to believe that Trump sold the oil, and he profited himself personally $600 million.
Well, no matter what the situation is, the money should be sitting in an American bank, not in a Qatar bank.
I don't disagree with that.
When they try to give them a $400 million plane, and all of a sudden you're starting to listen. We are no different than Mexico. The cartel is running this country. It's a cartel. The Trumps are a cartel. And John calls in and he starts talking about the local police force in Minneapolis, in the Twin Cities. Why ain't they backing up anybody? Here's the thing. We all we saw Mark Kelly's video talking about you can refuse illegal orders. The same thing is going on here with the local police. They are watching the ICE agents on an hourly basis, not daily basis, hourly basis, break the law. They are not going to get caught up in that to where they can get charged for those crimes. The ICE agents are not wearing masks because they're worried about retribution from the other side. They're wearing them so that the Democrats can't identify them in the court of law. That's why they're wearing the masks. That's why the local police force are not backing the ICE agents. They've been trained for 47 days. Why 47 days? Because Donald Trump's the 47th president. That's how cuckoo we are. That's what we're dealing with. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Now, to speak of the cartel, this just took place, I believe, yesterday. The first Venezuelan oil deal just happened, and it is from a company called Vitol, V-I-T-O-L, $250 million contract. So you look and you wonder, I've never even heard of this company. How in the world can they be the first ones to get a contract when you got Exxon and all these major players? One of their chief executives, John Addison, happened to donate $6 million to the Trump campaign during the election. And now they get the first contract for $250 million for the Venezuelan oil. Listen, we are no different than Mexico, none whatsoever. We are being ran by a cartel. Back when World War II came to an end, where did all the crazy town Germans run to? What country did they run to? Argentina.
Argentina, yeah. Not all, but yeah. Go ahead, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was but
there were many Nazis found here.
Yeah, without a doubt. Who did Donald Trump just give $40 billion to?
Argentina.
Listen, the only person that can't see this is Stevie Wonder. That's how blatant this is. It is just getting to the point of ridiculous. It truly, truly is. He just hinted again on Wednesday. I am so popular that I don't even think we need a midterm. That's
I know, and I'll tell you why he's doing that. Whenever he says things like that, I'm like, oh, I wonder what he's trying to cover up here. And what did I do for you today? I read those latest polls, and I'll tell you what. I think he's panicked in a lot of ways. And when he's panicked in a lot of ways, I worry that he becomes more and more dangerous, and so does his cartel, and so does the Heritage Foundation in terms of what they may desperately do.
I started saying in 2022 that if this man gets into office, we are going to see this country in a lockdown. We are going to. He's going to claim a state of emergency. That's why he is pushing this thing in Minneapolis. That's going to be step one for the Heritage Foundation. We are going to be in a police state. I am telling you, no ifs and buts about it. There are 600 news channels on cable. 600. It has been the lead story. Renee Good has been the lead story. The morning news, the afternoon news, and the evening news, and the nightly news. Every single news station out of 600 has said that there are 3 shots. The only 3 stations that hasn't are Fox, Newsmax, and One News Nation. And Gary calls in and says, "Well, I didn't know she was shot more than once."
Yeah, and I shot in the head, shot in the forearm, shot in the chest. And listen. The numbers I told you regarding, and this is the first polling since the Renee Good murder, shooting death, is and I know some people say murder. I'm not allowed yet because I'm gonna wait and see. But I don't know. 53% of registered voters overall, and these are registered voters, so you know the importance of that, Craig. You do. Say that the shooting was not justified. 59% of independents say it's not justified. 80% of the American public watch those videos. Everyone available. 80%. So this guy's being backed into a corner, and moderate Republicans who don't, they're probably crying their eyes out, and because they're going to get crushed. But I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know. This presidency overall is so unpopular. It's extraordinary to me. People use the word unpopular. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. And I think that's part of it. The chaos is exhausting. It is. You got Pam Bondi. She was supposed to release the Epstein files on December 19th, and that was her 30-day window, and she is walking around. I just can't wrap my head around how a Democratic prosecutor does not have her in handcuffs today. Today, we are being ran by a cartel, Michael. It's no different. It really and I'll tell you something. And Craig, I got to run, but what was it? 20 minutes after the shooting of this lady Good, mother of 3, who. Her last words were, "It's okay, dude. I'm not mad at you." What's her name? Noam called her a domestic terrorist. People are tired. I think they're tired. They really are. Craig, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, Michael. Have a good weekend. All right, back to the phones when I get back.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Berg with 6 Pittsburgh locations: Beachview, East End, Carnegie, Robinson, Southside, and Wexford. Always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. New York style, yins are made. Sliceonbroadway.com. New to Rivers Casino? Join now and earn up to $1,000 free slot play. Stop by Rush Rewards on your next visit to start earning today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Hey, Jeff, looks like your business is really booming, even in a tough time for businesses like ours.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, thanks to LendSeek, our business was able to take care of some outstanding bills and taxes and to purchase inventory and expand our product lines.
Wow. My business needs working capital, but only from a reputable company that I can trust and count on. How does LendSeek work?
Fast and easy. Just apply at lendseek.com. Their AI lending platform gave my business access to over 100 funding programs with one simple application. And it costs nothing to apply.
At lendseek.com, you can receive business funding with no collateral, no prepayment penalties, and no restrictions on how you use the funds. Whatever your funding needs are, seek no more. Our AI lending marketplace has you covered. If you've been in business at least 1 year with annual revenue of at least $250,000, you could get the funding your business needs in as little as 24 hours. There's no obligation, so apply today at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. President Trump says he's imposing a new 10% tariff on Denmark and 7 other European nations. CBS's Willie James Inman.
That rate will rise to 25% in June and essentially stay in place until a deal is reached for the purchase of Greenland.
A big chunk of the country is facing really cold temps. Meteorologist Andrew Kozak on Who's Feeling It.
We're talking near record cold stretching all the way into parts of Florida. Morning lows dipping into the 20s and 30s for areas that do not normally see winter jackets at this time of year.
NASA's giant moon rocket's on its way to the launch pad with an expected early evening arrival. CBS's Peter King is at the Kennedy Space Center.
This crawler goes slower than a snail's pace. Its maximum speed 1 mile per hour. It's not even going to get close to that.
If all goes as planned, it will take 4 astronauts around the moon as early as next month. CBS News Brief. I'm Stacey Lynn.
Vacations begin here at the Pittsburgh Travel Showcase, presented by AAA Travel. Visit the country's largest travel booking show January 23rd through the 25th at the David Lawrence Convention Center. It's a global travel extravaganza with convenient one-stop shopping. Meet top travel representatives. Book your next vacation on the spot. There's exclusive discounts, expert destination speakers, motor coach trips, and a travel store. Dream it, plan it, book it, experience it. Tickets at PittsburghTravelShowcase.com, where your vacation is waiting for you.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of adults, both men and women, suffer from varicose or spider veins. And this is not just a cosmetic problem. If left untreated, varicose veins can lead to severe swelling, cramping, heavy bleeding, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, permanent paralysis, and worst case, blood clots, which can be life-threatening. But here's the good news. USA Vein Clinics offer plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up the problem. And the procedure is fast and simple. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-452-0246. That's 800-452-0246. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your varicose vein problems will not go away on their own. Call USA Vein Clinics today for free information on fast and easy solutions covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call 800-452-0246. That's 800-452-0246. Call 800-452-0246 today.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
Revival Today Church Senior Pastor Jonathan Shuttlesworth. He joins me right now. Are you controversial, or do people want to make you controversial?
If you're upset about us making noise and having traffic, why are people allowed to go completely unpermitted downtown to protest against Jews? If that's allowed to go on and almost be celebrated, then leave me alone.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Retirement. It's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
An evening snow shower, otherwise cloudy tonight, low 19. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, high 24. Flurries around late tomorrow night, low 20. Snow showers on Monday, high 24. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Kai Erickson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, welcome back. My last half hour on a Saturday. Boy, you know, Saturdays go so fast. I only have 3 hours. And thank you to all my callers, all the respectful callers. Everybody was respectful today. We only had one guy swearing, but we had to knock it out. I hope you didn't hear that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. All right, back to the phones. Ralph in Bloomfield. Oh, how I love Bloomfield. All my buddies are from Bloomfield.
Go, okay. Hey, if you're on hold, you could actually hear the guy swear.
Oh, you know what? I think on hold, he didn't say a really bad word. No, he didn't. No, he did. No. But that one is not. We can't use that one. But it's not. No, I know. I know. No, I know.
I won't be swearing here. A couple of things that I had, and then you get to the other callers and it starts making my mind twist a little bit. I've talked a couple of times, and I appreciate.
Well,
I appreciate your patience.
It's what makes it fun. It's what makes it fun.
Couple of things. The gentleman that had called before, Craig, if you don't like it so much and all these bad things are going to happen, leave. You have the option to leave. Okay, so let me say something, and this is what I think. From my perspective, this president is exercising and pushing the limits, or at least testing what they are for the office of the presidency. Any other president could have did this. So you might get your hand slapped. He's lost on stuff and won on stuff. That's the way that this works out. People that are complaining about inflation, I have news for everybody listening. Within the sounds of KDKA and the 50,000-watt powerhouse here, prices are not going back to 2019. It doesn't matter what happens. They are not going back. You need to find a way to make more money, and President Trump is trying to boost up the economy. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Trying to get manufacturing here, there are problems with it. Some of that is infrastructure. We don't have it built to do a lot of things. I'm not going to get into like the industry I work in, but all this stuff's coming from overseas.
Hey, Ralph, you know what? If I can just chime in on your point and on the inflation thing, the best headline I read in a long time, and the piece I read in a long time was an economist wrote for the Wall Street Journal. You know what the headline was? Inflation is not Trump's fault, and it wasn't Biden's either.
Oh, it is not. No, and if you want to listen, you're looking at 3% inflation about every year. If you look at cost of adjustments on products, typically it's somewhere in a range.
But I think Trump Trump did start some trouble with his tariffs, but I hope that levels off. It better.
So there are problems with tariffs. I can tell you something real quick. Trump shifted stuff back to China real quick. So he has that 50% on India. So that, like, someone probably listening right now thinks I'm probably a Trump supporter, and I'm a supporter of the president. I never root against who the president is, and Trump doesn't do everything right. But I'll tell you this real quick, and it's a little dirty secret. You got 50% on India, who is I think America's third or fourth largest trading partner. I can't remember. You got 50% on them, 25% on China. So What the Indian companies are doing with help of the government is eating 25% of it so their companies can still import into America. Nobody's saying that. So but what a lot of the folks that say they buy textiles like sweatpants or pajamas, what they're doing, a lot of the stuff like up front got shifted back to China or Bangladesh or Thailand. So it's just a whole tangled web, and he's created a lot of chaos. I will say that.
And it's a global economy. It's a global economy. It
is, but there is value in chaos to keep everybody on an uneven kill here. But there is value. If you look at executives, a lot of times they come in, they fire people. Steelers going to get a new head coach. Everybody's gone. You swipe it out. You like move forward. But I did want to say one thing here, and I don't want to eat up too much more of your time.
You were on hold a while. You got a couple minutes. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Yep. So you had, and that was like the stuff from before off of what I was going to talk about. Renee Good, that died in that whole situation. I looked it up. That was at 9:37 in the morning. Why isn't that woman with her kids? Why isn't that woman at work? She's not a victim because she's a single mom. I understand, like her husband died or whatever. But a lot of people are faced with those situations. But why was she there? And there are a lot of people that are agitators that are going up against ICE. And I will tell you, and I'll go back again and say, people don't like people in positions of authority. And you have a boss at KDKA. Most people have bosses they report to. The federal government's the boss. At the end of the day, you could say they're not the police. They're not whatever.
Actually, the people of America are the bosses.
Yeah, but they elected. So if they are, the people of America picked Trump. That's making these decisions.
They have, they'll fire his folks too. Go ahead.
They might, and he's got. After this year, he'll turn into a true lame duck president, and then everybody will start positioning probably September, October, November.
You're probably right.
For president.
Yeah, one did already today. Andy Beshear announced today, I think, saying he's going to run in 28, and I'm kind of a fan of his. You know why? He's a moderate. The progressives in my party will screw that up too. They screw everything up. Go ahead.
There you go. So, but at the moment. This is the way things are working out right now, but people want to defy what authority is, and you had authority. I bet I had authority in my house. I was afraid of my mom, my grandma, right? And that's probably extreme to say. Well, maybe not extreme for me to say afraid then, but there are people that are in positions of authority. The federal government has wielded in the past, and I can give you a great example of this, by the way, of if you don't comply, we will withhold funds. And that's the way the government works. So Trump tries to exercise it. Other presidents have done it before, but they could do that to move forward. But they are people in positions of authority and they don't like it. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works. I'm really sorry that lady died, for the record, but she didn't need to be there at 9:37 in the morning. She didn't need to drive her car through. I'll tell you, the last place.
Listen, I don't know if she was. I don't know. Don't you drive your car at 9:35 in the morning?
I do, but she's a known agitator. It's been proven. But sure, I do. But her wife was videotaping the whole thing.
I saw that part. Yeah.
So, right. Yep. So they staged the whole thing.
Her kids were probably at school. They wanted to be part of that. They wanted to be part of that.
I don't know.
That's their right. Okay, go ahead.
But the last place I would be is if they said ICE was up the street from me, I wouldn't be going there. It just wouldn't happen. I'd be going the opposite way. But they're going to antagonize. There's going to be some consequence somewhere along the way. That's the ultimate consequence. But I don't know. I do know. I would not behave in that way. You need to respect what the authority is, and people want to push back against it, and you're going to get cracked back sometimes. Just like, my grandma will give me a crack every once in a while.
Indeed. Ralph,
happens.
Ralph,
Yeah.
Ralph.
Yeah, have a nice
Hey,
week.
Ralph. Ralph,
Yes, sir.
you listening? That was
Yes.
a really good call. Have you ever called me before?
Yeah, I called you.
Maybe you
before,
did. Maybe you did. Yeah.
Couple times.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, listen. You call me anytime. I respect your opinion. Do you understand me?
Yep.
Yes,
sir. You have a nice weekend.
You too. You have a good weekend too. Thanks so much. Ralph in Bloomfield. That's one of my favorite Pittsburgh neighborhoods. I went to school with a lot of Bloomfield guys. Boy, that was fun. Wonderful, down-to-earth people. My, oh, my. Ooh, baby. I love Bloomfield. Yep. I go over there for some of my favorite treats, too. All right. I have one last segment. I'm saving a little time for my last caller, Ed in Canonsburg. You're up. And I'll be right back for some last thoughts. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio KDK on a Saturday afternoon. We love it.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, and brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It may be winter, but the savings are heating up at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, USDA Choice Porterhouse or T-bone steaks are $9.99 a pound, and farm-raised fresh salmon fillets are $8.99 a pound. In the produce department, extra fancy blackberries, 6-ounce packages, 88 cents each, and avocados, 77 cents each. In our bakery department, brioche gourmet burger buns, 4-count package, $3.50 each. And in our deli department, Coons 12-inch cheese pizzas are $6.99 each, and Eckrich hard salami is $7.49 a pound. Additional savings this week. Selected varieties of Progresso soup, 18 to 19-ounce cans, 2 for $4. And selected varieties of Coke, Sprite, or Dr. Pepper, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans are $7.99 each.
So warm up this winter with some great savings at Coons Market. Coons Market, that special place in your neighborhood. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Your holiday decor is down and suddenly your house looks very January. Kohl's can help you bring the spark back. No twinkle lights needed. Save on bedding that feels like a snow day. Decor that'll boost the mood. And Shark vacuums because, yes, you're still finding pine needles. Get an extra 15% off some of your faves store-wide. And beat those winter blahs at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer ends January 25th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to Shark. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
This is one full year since United States Senator Dave McCormick took office, and he joins us.
As the CEO, you have to report back to your shareholders. What did you promise? How did you do? What went well? What didn't go so well? And what can we expect going forward? And I thought that would be a good way to try to report.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okay, last segment. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. We have a paid program coming up, a special program from 5 to 6, and then my buddies John and Rachel will be here at 6 o'clock, and they're always a lot of fun. I love them. Okay, last call of the day. Thanks so much, all my callers. Ed, my man Ed in Cannonsburg. There he is. Ed, go ahead. You want to talk about Minnesota?
Michael?
Good. How are you, buddy?
Good. Hey, I'm going to give out a couple facts. Now, I heard Renee dropped her child off to school, okay, before she took the drive. And she only lived a couple blocks away.
Yeah,
from
by all
where this
indications, she was a good parent.
Yes. Okay, now, ICE did not give their ID. They reached into the car, okay? They didn't even ask for her ID, okay? Now, this girl was probably frightened. You don't know if he was choking her or what, trying to get in her car. She backed up, and you heard a voice, go, go, go. And that was her friend, okay? There are 4 to 5 videos that show this. He walked away after he shot on an angle in the front of the window, and then 2 more shots, and then I heard there was another one, but I'm not sure if that's true. But he walked away. He wasn't limping, and he left the scene.
Well, she had 3 bullet holes, 3 bullets in her.
Yeah. Now I heard there was 4 shots, maybe, but right there, he left the scene. Now a police officer would never leave a scene, because you would have to write up everything, and because my kids I talk to them anyway. A doctor wanted to come. He said he's a doctor. He wants to help this lady. They wouldn't let him. Okay. Now, say there was a bunch of kids standing there at the school bus, and she ran into them kids. Now what? She would kill all them kids, or maybe it was a school bus and it would blow up or something. You don't shoot in a car like that, and the lawyers, they're going to do pretty well, I think, against this because of what he did. Everything basically went against protocol of what you're supposed to do.
So I take it you're not surprised at the numbers I gave today that 58%. Well, first of all, 80% of Americans have watched the videos. 58%, a clear majority. First of all, it's a clear majority because I think it was 12% say they don't know. They can't decide if it's justified or not. But 58% of Americans right now, by looking at this and seeing these videos, believe that shooting death was not justified. You're not surprised by that?
Oh, yeah, I agree. You know what else was? The 7 DOJ prosecutors resigned.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
And what's that tell you?
Because they wanted. I think they think Washington wanted to put their thumb on the scale. Yeah.
And I'm really afraid that this country is going downhill. Something has to happen. These people have to vote. We have to vote and get these crazy people out. They're crazy.
And I tell you, Ed, I just think that the MAGA folks, and they get mad at me. I couldn't care less what they think of me, but the MAGA people, I'll try not to wave a wide brush. The MAGA people, no matter what he does, it's okay with them. I think the rest of the people, and the numbers bear this out in terms of those who voted for Trump, it continues to increase people regretting they voted for him because of day in and day out, it's one jackpot of chaos after another.
Well, that's what he does. He's been doing that since he was born.
But isn't there so much you can take of all that? I'm just trying to be like an observer here, and I just think, the MAGA folks, yeah. No matter what, protect him, do whatever you want. Everybody else is like, I think everybody else for the most part, and listen, the numbers bear that out today. 60% of Americans are like, okay, his first term was a disaster. It was a failure. Except the MAGA people, oh my God, he's the greatest thing. And we just can't get it. I can't get it.
Well, I read a few books about him, and I could see how he is and what he does. And he's not going to stop. Okay, that's just the way he is. We have to get the people in there to change things.
And I have no doubt if the pendulum swings back, I hope it swings more in the middle.
Definitely.
America is a resilient country. I hope that, cooler heads prevail. But whoever we're going to have to undo a lot of things that he's done.
Cooler heads. Listen to this. In the insurrection, he let all them people free.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I've said that no matter how, no matter how it comes out, he's going to try to do whatever he can to get, he pardons 1,800 people, and they beat the hell out of police. They injured 540 cops, and he pardoned them and made the cops out to be the bad people and the people that beat them to be the patriots. So I don't know. I'm at a loss here. I don't know what's happening in this country, but I'm with you. It's just crazy. Ed, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all my callers today, all of them. We had some really good discussions, I'll tell you, and everyone's opinion is important here. Everyone's. And no, don't take it personally, you stupid snowflake weirdos. Yeah, you MAGA people. Oh, you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that. And you progressive snowflakes too. Here we go, moderates. Here we go. Hey, I'll see you Thursday morning. I'm in for Larry Thursday and Friday mornings. Michael Bartley, have a great weekend.
Cashback is not available.